Hey everybody, welcome back. So I've been so busy with the website and working on the models for Michael Guest with MCW Finishes that I totally forgot about this kit. It's been hiding. I've got a bunch of other kits I want to do some box openings on, but this one especially. 1963 original wrapped edition of the Rambler. I don't even know what year. These trip me out because of the way what they're described. Famous cars of all time. I've said that before, just that kind of like maybe they should have put a the famous or the most famous cars of all time instead of just famous cars of all time. But anyway, it's cool. I think that these Aurora kits have the absolute best box art of all model kits that I've ever seen. The colors are bright. Just how they look, it's just amazing to me. They're 1/16 scale. There's not a lot to them, but man, can you hear that crispy plastic? On the thumbnail I said like going where no man's gone before or something like that. That's what I mean, is ain't nobody ever been in this box. It's completely still sealed up. And then I open it up and it's full of a bunch of scrap styrene. But anyway, no, I think this is original. I don't think it's ever been touched. And we're going to open it up. But first, I want to remind you guys to go check out my website, mcvproducts.net. You can go pick out your favorite ProTech detail parts. I've got the full line of the 125th, 124th scale stuff. I don't have any railroad parts or anything like that. But yeah, go check that out, mcvproducts.net. And a few new things that I've got on the site. I don't even have these up yet, but anyway, maybe I will once you see this. I've got a new set of wheels. So these are what I always called like bullet holes, or large bullet holes. You had the ones with the smaller holes, and you had the ones with the larger holes. These have the larger holes. They've got the Cooper Cobra. I think they're 15-inch tires. Go good with the street machine. But yeah, there's that. It also has the center caps that go in the center of the wheel. So those are new, and it's totally wanting to focus on. Let me do this. There's the tread on that Cooper Cobra. So yeah, go check those out. And I also have these cool little things. And it's not really for your model. Kind of is, but kind of isn't. Jack stands. So I got some jack stands on there now. Check those out. Got the short ones and the long ones. They come 4 in a pack. So there's got some jack stands. Those are cool. Also, oh, really quick before I forget it, and this is right in the middle of it. Thank you to Mr. BG and Mrs. BG for the Christmas card. I love his original artwork, and I always love his hair. But yeah, thank you so much. I'll just read it. These are just your action figures all on the tree. And he says, wait until you see the nativity scene. More Christmas stuff. And then inside, and I hope I'm not spoiling this for everybody else, but it's almost Christmas and I've gotten to this late. There's the nativity scene. Got Bob Ross, Optimus Prime. Looks like Luke. Oh no, who is that? That's Han Solo. I think that's what his name was. And then it says Brian. Everybody knows you should use Baby Yoda, not a Lego minifigure of Sheldon. I'm not sure who Sheldon is, but I guess that's who he is. But anyway, there's the nativity. That is funny, Brian. Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. BG. BG's Model Workshop. Go check him out if you haven't already. And you find that logo, that's him. So a couple of other things that I have new as the ambulance goes by. Can you hear that? I love living right next to a road. It's just wonderful. So I've got this new engine here, and some of you guys have said, like, do you have any Chevy stuff? So this is a big block Chevy. Now I have a small block I haven't printed yet, but there's a small block Chevy. But this is a somewhat of a pro stock style engine. It's got the front mounted distributor, which is an MSD. Right there it is. It has some sort of fuel injection. I'm not sure what kind that is. And then it's got the headers on it, external oil pump. It also has the timing belt for the timing gear. You can see it in there. I mean, you can't see a belt, but you can tell that it's a belt driven. A lot of your pro stock engines and things like that, or your drag, sure enough, drag engines would have a belt powered, not powered, but belt driven camshaft. That's what I'm looking for. But anyway, pretty cool. And you could probably put a Tremec or something like that behind it, which I can get, but I haven't got them yet on the site. But Miguel over at Hobbyworks makes a cool Tremec 6-speed, or I think I can get a Lenco that will fit onto here. So that's in the works too. But anyway, that engine's available. It will look like this when you get it. Obviously, I'm not going to put it together for you. I did add an extra MSD distributor cover because if you break the first one, at least you have a second chance at it. So that's all the parts on the tree, if you want to call it tree. I don't know what they call it in the 3D printed world. And here's another engine that I don't have put together, unfortunately, but I'm going to show you what it is. It's I think it's a 235 inline 6 Chevy. It is the, let's see if I can get this right. See if I can get it to focus. Offenhauser. Anyway, there ain't no dang way that's going to focus. Anyway, Offenhauser, it says it right there. It's got the aluminum valve cover, got the aluminum oil pan, all the hopped up stuff for the 6-cylinder, and it has twin carburetors right there. So those are cool. They have the tiniest little linkages and things on there, but they're already mounted to the intake manifold, and it also has the dual exhaust that comes out. But anyway, that will be on there very soon. I haven't listed that because I haven't put one together yet, and I'd like to have a picture of it. I just want to show you guys. And I think for now that's all there. I'm looking. Yeah, that's it. Okay, all right, back to business. Oh boy, sorry. As I'm looking off, you can't see anything. All right, so 1963 Old Timers, famous cars of all time, Rambler by Aurora. And we're about to take we're fixing to have some of that ASMR for model guys. So listen, here we go. Okay, that's over with. Thought that was pretty cool. Alright, let's see what's inside here. Is it new? Or has it been rewrapped? We're about to find out. And what color is it? I bet it's yellow. Oh, you gotta love that. Gotta love it when the tire's stuck on there. That's not good. That's why you open these old kits up. You know it's an original kit when it's got the tissue paper in there, because that's just in all these old Aurora kits. If they're these old, the ones from the 60s at least. The ones from the 70s I don't think had that. But oh man, I love it when the tires are just, let's see how much tire burn damage. First, we've got these parts that are held together by the tire. Right there. Not too bad. A little bit. Dang, wouldn't you know it'd be right on the seat too? I think I could probably carve that out, make it look a little better. Dang it. Dang it, man. All right. Oh, this has got some cool little... This is what I'm going to... When I build my model room, I'm going to have all kind of picture frames, and this kind of stuff's going to go in it. Look at this. This is awesome. I think this is worth it to me. Okay. Enter the Aurora Idea Contest. Win $1,000. Anyone can enter. Anyone can win. Imagine winning $1,000. Doesn't go very far these days. It can be yours if you come up with a winning idea. Entering the contest is simple. Just tell Aurora what you think is a good idea for a hobby kit. Man, wouldn't you love if they still did that? What would you like to build and display with pride in your home? To find out more about the contest, turn this page, then put on your thinking cap. You may be the lucky winner. Wow, this is amazing. I love this kind of stuff. So here's all you need is an idea. To help get off on the right track, we've illustrated some great Aurora models here. One good idea for sure is to take a good look at them. Maybe one will give you an idea. There's Alfred from, what isn't he from Mad Magazine? Yeah, Mad Magazine. You can get him for $1.49. Too cool. Or how about Batman, comic book heroes, the good guys, Batman and Superboy. Who the heck's Superboy? Never even heard of him. In all action scenes, $1.49. Cars. A Car Buff's Dream Collection. 60 different models. Kit number 563 Ferrari. Berlinetta in 1/25th scale, $1.98. Or how about some airplanes for you airplane enthusiasts? Planes. More than 100 other pistol packing planes to look at. Kit number 352, 12 o'clock high, $1.98. Or how about Great American Presidents, an exciting new series you'll be proud to display. Kit 852, Washington Crossing the Delaware, $1.98. Look at that stuff. Isn't that amazing? And here's the, I'm not going to read all this more about Aurora's idea contest. I will scan through it very slowly. So if you want to pause it and read it, that is pretty good, pretty cool. Okay, so this says the contest expires in 1966. So apparently this kit dated 63 as a copyright, but probably somewhere around a 1966 release, I suppose, being it says, I mean, I don't think they would like have a 3-year contest, but anyway. Yep, there you go. Fill out the opposite side with your ideas. Be sure to print clearly and answer all questions. My idea for a hobby kit is where you buy your kits as a general rule, online, but they didn't know that back then. Hobby shop, variety store, chain store, discount store, department store. Wow, could you imagine still getting them at all these department stores or chain stores? What's your favorite magazine? What's your favorite TV show? And that is going to go in a picture frame eventually. That is super cool. All right, let's get to it. First, let's pull out the instructions. These are nice. The Nash Rambler. It just says Rambler on the box, so I didn't know it was a Nash Rambler. So a Rambler is the model, not the brand. You know, I didn't even think about that, because a Rambler, American Motors, I think, ended up having a Rambler, didn't they? Am I not mistaken? But anyway, this still says 1963. Maybe it was a 3-year contest, but I seriously doubt it. You'd have to wait 3 years for $1,000. Wow. Oh, 1903. Here we go. Facts about the 1903 Rambler. That's really cool. I'll let you guys read that if you want. I'll have to go through another time and do that, so it won't make the video extremely long. Oh, wow. Look at all that. The hand-drawn instructions are just so cool. Love this kind of stuff. To use only Aurora's fireproof styrene plastic cement. A tube is 10 cents. A bottle with a brush, 25 cents. There it is, built. There's some other other releases that they had. They did so many other things besides cars. And I will never get all this in frame, but I'll just kind of, man, this is neat. To open this up for the very first time, I feel like is an amazing, amazing thing. Turn this sideways because you can't see it the other way. I'm not going to raise the camera. Look at that. Look at that little engine it had, like a single cylinder. Here's some more of the enamel with the sprayed on look. Speedy dry. That almost looks like tester's bottles. Speedy dry. 1 coat covers, no brush marks. It dries in 30 minutes. 79 cents per set. Speed dry enamels are Aurora's Revolution Airy new ARY new enamel paints. Developed after years of research, especially for plastic models and other products of wood, metal, glass, or china. Wow, what a broad spectrum there. It's kind of funny. It says, developed after years of research, especially for. You would think it would stop after plastic. It says plastic, other products of wood, metal, glass, or china. That's a broad spectrum, especially for. Anyway, that's funny. I think this stuff is just classic, just absolutely classic. All right, so I've got that out of the way, and we'll look at some parts, and we'll end this video after that. So, get all the rubber tires out of here, or whatever kind of tires they are, so they won't destroy anything else. Luckily, there's no glass to destroy in this kit, because I think the only glass it's got is right there, and I don't see any tire burns. Look how they're steaming up on my skin. Wow. Because it's cool or cold outside and it's warm in here. Alright, so there's your tires. Right there. The mean old tires that messed the seat up. We'll just randomly go through these. Leaf springs, double leaf springs. Where were they at? Is that for the sit? No, that was for the actual car. So the front, it looks like the rear at least had double leaf springs. And there's your steering linkages. Get that off there without breaking something. These things are so clean. There's your front axle. You can kind of get a size reference. That's pretty wide. It's pretty large, although it doesn't seem like it would be 16th scale. I mean, well, put the tire on there. Yeah, it's got a really large. They built these things right, man. They might have been simple, but they built them right. There's your floorboard. That's nice. Looks just like if it were like rubber or something. I don't know if it would have been, but I'm sure they modeled it after the way it was supposed to look. There's the seat back, and it has no damage. That is beautiful. Put some kind of, flatten that out a little bit as far as the paint. Take the shine off. Man, that is nice. Got the buttons in it and everything. Just a few little. There's my first flash that I've seen right there. Some kind of little parts. I ain't got a clue what they are. Matthew, you do that a lot. You'll say you don't know what that is. Well, I'm just being honest. I don't have a clue. These little bitty pieces, they do have part numbers, but some of them are broken off the tree, which lots of them are broken off the trees. But anyway, I don't know what these are. Here is the, oh, that's your drive. So I guess that would be your drive. Okay, yeah, it's a chain. You can see that. So it'd be like a chain for the rear drive. Here is a, looks like a chain that was on the engine. Right there. I saw a picture of that earlier. Some kind of little, I don't know what that is. I was going to say a belt, but I think that goes on the front axle. Maybe it's some sort of shock absorber or spring setup, something like that. Some other, here is, almost looks like a gear shifter or something, but I don't know what that is. I'm looking over there and I don't see a, oh, that's your crank. It comes out of the engine. So right here it comes out the side. So that crank, wow, you'd have to crank it up by hand. Well, no joke, Matthew. But anyway, yeah, that sticks out the side. So that looks like that's what that is. This would be what would stick out the side there, from about right there out. Chrome tree. Got your 2 lanterns that you would use. I don't think you would drive these much at night, but if you did, fire up the old gas lanterns and be careful. There's some maybe floorboards or something like that, and just some other, oh no, it's broken. So there's this chrome piece here. That's fine though. I'd re-chrome all this anyway, or re-brass it. This is broken, so I have to find that little piece that's in there, and it's some sort of handle, looks like, because it's a pair of them. Don't see them on the picture, but anyway, I think that's what that is. Looks like possibly the engine right there. Very simplistic. I think that's the engine. There's another chrome piece. That was the part that was stuck onto with the tire. I don't know what that piece is for. Must be something under the bottom. Here's a front fender. The fenders are black. I just recognized that. They are black. And they have, on the box at least, like the edge would be, say, yellow or something, or have a yellow pinstripe in it. And look at how nice that is. Left front. So if it's broken off the tree, it's even got this number 3 pointed out. I guess that's the part number. Pretty cool. They were very courteous. They probably thought, you know what, somebody may not open this thing up till like, let's see, it was 63 to, that'd be 60 years. 66, let's just say 57 years old or something like that. There's another one. Got a little tire burn on it, but it's on the right side. Literally on the right side. See, it says right front, but it's on the bottom. So that's the, if you're going to get a tire burn, get it on the side you don't see. Rear fender, same thing. Got a tire burn, but at least it's on the underside. Just a touch on the edge right there, whatever that is. I don't know if that's a burn or if that's just a chip. I'm looking for that chrome piece that's broken off. Sure. Oop, there it is. Found it. It's a little chrome pieces right there. There's something, some kind of little box cover or something like that. I don't know. Oh, that's the rear seat. So it's got the rear seat. It's got the forward facing driver seat and the rear facing passenger seat right there. It's almost like a horse and buggy without the horse, you know. That's really what these things were. When they started coming out with early cars, they were basically horse and buggies that didn't have the horse. I think that's the cylinder for the engine. One massive single cylinder. I'm taking it, that's a flywheel. They would have a lot of rotating weight. You have low horsepower, but you have a lot of rotating weight. So it could idle, it could run very low RPM, but then have enough power to pull off because you had that rotating weight. That all that mass was spinning. So you didn't have to, I don't know what these are. I'm looking, oh, there's several of them. Anyway. Yeah, you had all that rotating mass, so you could just let off on the clutch and it plop, 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 plop. Probably sounded something like that too. There's all kind of little pieces. There's a step. Maybe, I was about to say a drive shaft. Not a drive shaft because it didn't have a drive shaft, had the chain. This looks like a horn. Possibly. I don't see a horn on there, but I bet it's got one. And now let's look at the yellow parts. Never been opened. That staple has been right there for almost 60 years. Isn't that crazy? Matthew, I'm 60 years old. I don't feel so, I get it. You know, I really do. I'm 47, so okay, if you get a 47-year-old model, it's still kind of old for a model. But yeah, I think it's wild to get stuff like this. It's just been encapsulated and not been touched. Just love it. Yeah, there's that staple. Matthew, you're literally talking about a staple. Somebody put that staple in there. That's what the intriguing part to me is. Some person working at Aurora. Was it Brooklyn, New York? What was the address? some person, it was West Hempstead, yeah, New York. I don't know what part of New York that is, but some person's job was to package these and staple them. I mean, it's been here for that long, and it's almost like, I don't want to like take the staple out. That's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. But I have it's kind of a sentimental, and I don't even know this person. But you're sort of, when you do this, you're sort of removing, discarding, in my view. This is my opinion. You're kind of discarding that portion of history that was involved in packaging this, and that's the, again, that's the stuff that I think is super cool. Some people might not like this model kit, and I don't even know if I'd like this model kit, but I like that about it. I like the part of it has a history, and that person, you know, chances are that person's long gone, and I just got to see the staple they put in. Okay, move on, Matthew. Anyway, there's the bottom. There's some nice details in it. It's not super simplistic. There's a drain plug, looks like for the fuel tank or something. Guess when you got some bad gas at the pharmacy, because you know, before gas stations, no, that's not the gas tank, because the gas tank's on the behind the seat there, right there. Yeah, let's put it right between us. But yeah, they'd have to buy gas at like a pharmacy, because if they didn't have gas stations. I don't know if in 1903 they had gas stations. Probably didn't have too many. There's the portion where the front driver's seat is. But yeah, you'd have to go get, you know, you don't just stop at the filling station and say, hey, fill her up. You'd have to go get with the pharmacy, which is weird. Pharmacy with gas. There's one of the sides that is, I'm trying to figure, oh, it's upside down. No wonder it doesn't look right. This would be the, not the driver's side, but the American driver's side. So where we sit on the left side, but this is a right-hand drive. That's what that is. That's where you're, see the cutout right there. This is the other side right there. Yeah, cool. There's fuel tank. And some other items that are just flat pieces of plastic. Here's the hood. I'll check that out. Got the ornate looking hood latch and the hinges, which, you know, there's not even an engine under there, so I guess I don't think the engine's there. It looks like it, yeah, it's under the driver's seat, so that would just be a storage compartment. There's the wheels. See if we can get one of these tires on there. Oh, I bet that will not. That sucker's probably so, look at that. Boy, you would need a dang tire machine to try and get that on there. I think I watched Charlie Mack. He said, no, they'll stretch. I'm about to say, I might have to soak it in some hot water or something. Get it on there, see what it looks like. Man, there we go. Oh, look at there. Tire wheel mounted. What a skinny little tire. They would have been wooden spokes, and those are painted on the car, probably, like this box shows, painted, but I would imagine wooden spokes. As much of the car is probably wooden. I would think they would have many wooden parts on here. But is there anything else I'm leaving out? Just some little side panels for the front compartment, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, cool. And the tissue paper that same person that probably made that staple. You can't, it doesn't look real yellow on the video, but this is really yellowed and very neat. Very, very neat. Tell me what you think about that. Hey, this is what I'd like to know. So if you're of the age where you would have had one of these kits as a kid, did you enter in this contest? Wow. Wouldn't it be neat to know the person that won it? Regardless if it's an automobile, maybe they wanted a monster or something like that. Yeah, man. If somebody in the comments, like, not just to, like, say it, but like if you actually replied and said, I actually entered that contest when I was a kid, that would blow my mind. That would be so cool. But I didn't. I wasn't around then. I still had about, if it was 66, 65, 66, I still had another 10, there was another 10 years before I was around, which that makes me feel old. Man. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching, subscribing, liking, supporting, buying, and everything that goes on here. Thank you guys for your support. And I would not ever want to leave out Hobby Nut Models. If you haven't been over to Hobby Nut Models in a while, go check it out. He's always updating his model selection, and he's got all kind of cool paints and tools and all that stuff. So go check out hobbynutmodels.com. If you like MCW paint, that's the place to go. If you like all those metalizer paints, it's the place to go. If you like Tamiya paint, it's the place to go. If you spray with Tamiya rattle cans, it's the place to go. If you need an airbrush, he's got those too. Do you need a compressor for your airbrush? Got those too. How about brushes? He's got those. He's got airplanes and tanks and armor and stuff like that too. I don't know who would want that stuff, but anyway. But he's got car stuff. Anyways, this is such a cool sticker. 55 Chevy, blown Ford engine in there. Must be probably a big block Ford in that 55 Chevy, because it's picking the front wheels up and it's shooting fire out. So that can't be a Chevy engine doing that. So it must be powered by Ford. And yeah, cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for all you do. Everything that I mentioned is linked in the description of the video. Hobby Nut Models. If you click that link and when it takes you over there, and if you do purchase something because you clicked on that link that's in the description, I'll get a little credit. It helps us out. But anyway, regardless, go over, check it out. Don't forget to check out my website, mcvproducts.net, and see if there's something over there that you might like. ProTech stuff's awesome. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.